Chitty chitty bang bang. Come on.
In every family, there's that one uncle, cousin, or aunt that just ain't right. But for whatever reason, you love them anyway. It's the family.
A son does not want to hear his mother say, skeet, skeet.
It's the family.
Twerking is not a talent. All right? Stripping is not a career.
Wow.
It is not.
The Family Radio Podcast.
Yeah, don't have your kids cussing on the internet, but do have your kids dancing on the internet. Ooh, kill them. Kill them.
The Family Radio Podcast.
You're going too far. No such place.
Oh!
I want to go to the abyss.
The Family Radio Podcast with T-Boogie, Gene.com, and Chill Will.
It's the family.
Hey, it's T-Boogie.
And Gene.com.
And Chill Will, we are back as a full unit up in this piece. What up, man?
Yeah.
What's up, man? I mean, I ain't been on this joint since 2014.
Wow.
2014.
Damn.
Look,
That's a long time.
I really feel old, man.
Oh, me too, Chill.
You didn't have to do that. When you just did that with that 2014, that really made us feel old.
That update, listen, I had to think about it. I'm like, it's been 8 years.
Damn.
Wow.
8 years. And listen, y'all been rolling.
And the crazy,
we've been trying to hold it down.
Yeah, the crazy thing is we started in 2013. We started October 2013. And I didn't even realize it went back that far till I was digging in the vault and all of the episodes. I was like, darn, this is from October 2013.
2013.
Wow.
When we kicked it off, you know how many art walks we did?
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. She parties.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
It's been a lot in that time frame, man. A whole lot in that time frame. And what present day is what? 2020. Dog, man, so much
it's
stuff.
2022.
Well, you know what I meant. 2022. I'd be trying to play with my age and everything. 2022.
No, you know what happened? COVID. COVID made us lose 2 years.
You're right.
No, I did.
So 2022 and we back at this thing. So we've had so many changes in all of our lives.
Yeah,
I don't even know where to begin because we used to always record at Bug's house.
Yep.
Bug's husband used to be making us some jerk chicken and sitting at the table drinking and look, she done lost a whole husband.
Hey,
I lost a whole husband, sure did.
Hey, listen, they lost the whole husband and found the new earpiece. Hey.
Whoa.
I had to change it up. Lost the husband, got a new earpiece. It's all good.
Crazy.
It's working out.
Look,
working out.
Gene done found a whole wife.
Found the whole wife. Hey, listen, you got to have a whole. You can't have a half. Hey, listen, a whole wife.
Gene, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm about to, let me see. What's this? 22. So that was 19. So 19, 20. So about 2 going on 3.
Wow.
Okay.
On paper, but you know how that common law marriage is.
Right.
We've been paying JEA together now. Yeah.
You know what?
Sick.
Look,
I can't.
Gene getting married, that's definitely got to be a whole nother episode we do because look, all the relationship advice Gene used to give us.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden
Gene is married.
Listen, let me tell you something. That's how you know right there. It was hypocrisy all along. Here it is. I'm giving y'all bona fide relationship advice.
Wow.
Ain't in no relationship.
Ain't that some junk? I feel like Kevin Samuels.
Wow. Feel like Kevin Samuels.
Oh, you know what? I thought you was going to say Derek Jackson, speaking of hypocrisy, but either one, you can pick whichever one you want, Gene.
No, I'm just saying, in his untimely demise, he was like the color purple. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
The lady was like, how did he die? On top of me. So,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's like, I don't want to go out like Samuel.
Wow. Well, you know what? You know what, Gene? A bit of advice. I don't know if you remember this book. Gene said that, that person is going to be not the one you're with, but the one you can't live without.
That's right.
Right.
So obviously, Gene could live without her, man.
Right. I see you, Gene.
Hey, man, she had to snap it at the dugout. I dove in like Trey Songz, man.
No.
I'm about to dive in. You know what?
You
Y'all out
did
of
not
control.
just say that.
Yeah, bull. Listen, snap it at the dugout.
I wasn't ready. But
Ain't
nobody gonna be ready. Ain't nobody.
Nobody.
Y'all are not ready. Y'all are not ready for this trifecta.
y'all know we about to go go to the abyss. You know that.
Yeah,
Listen, we have not been there in a very long time.
Very long time.
But I have a feeling
we going.
are on our way. We are on our way.
Hey, we going.
Yeah.
We going. Remember what Denzel told his cousin, talking about you want to be in the jungle, the snakes and all that? You want to go to the jungle? We going.
See, chill.
Look.
I don't know. Did I sign up for this?
Yes, you did.
I feel like Gene about to take us to a whole nother place.
Yes, you did.
I don't recall signing up for that.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if you ain't been to the abyss in a while, then guess what? It's long overdue.
Long.
You know what?
Very long.
It's long overdue.
No, but that's
is good
What's
for the
going
soul.
on? What's going on with y'all?
Look, man, just trying to keep our head above water, man. That's what it's been.
Okay. I'm still a Jamaican, so that means I have multiple jobs.
Booyaka, booyaka!
Speaking of which, I had a great time in your origin of. I visited Jamaica a couple of months back.
Nice.
Had an awesome time. We had an awesome.
Oh wow, that might have to be another episode too.
Yeah. We stayed.
We all need to go to Jamaica.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about that.
Right, we have.
Yeah.
We all need to go there and experience the island together. Definitely drop some audio, some visuals, all of that good stuff, man. All you gotta do is just say the word, man. I need to stamp my passport.
That's what's up. Still, your passport valid?
My passport is valid. I got to renew it. I think next year I got to renew it.
Why is it always me fucking shit up?
Chill.
That's what you do.
Chill, been a jet.
That's what you do.
Lord have mercy.
Look here, I got the passport, I got the TSA pre-check, I got the clear. I be flying through the airport. I'm like, holla.
He sure do. Now that's the part.
He's flexing. He's flexing.
Listen, I got to go down to South Florida and get mine done. You got to go to Sanford, right?
I think for global entry, Sanford is the closest place to Jacksonville.
Oh, okay, yes.
For global entry,
that,
yeah. So I want to do that. I'm definitely gonna do that so that we can bypass all the unnecessary.
Because I won't say that.
What we gonna do, Gene? We gonna hit him with 2 fingers over the shoulder.
2 on. Yeah, 2 on.
Look, I won't say that the pandemic is over, but at least people can move around a little bit more than we've been able to move around this past couple of years. It's been really crazy, as everyone knows if you're listening right now. Gene, I got a question for you because I know back at home, y'all still was doing the R&B bingo. Like, did some things shut down on y'all end with the parties and stuff out in the streets?
Yeah. So when the pandemic hit, everything shut down as far as the rink closed down. R&B bingo that shut down because we were originally at another establishment first. Yeah. And then when the pandemic hit, we shut that down. Everything shut down. Yeah. Like, the happy hour event that we were doing, it shut down. Everything shut down. But for me, I was thankful that the marketing side of my business picked up because people still needed to be in place and have people, okay, hey, we're doing this online thing. Like a lot of people, if they weren't
everything went virtual.
Right. Yeah. Right. So they had to step their digital game up if they were not already in that place. Like you look at companies like Amazon, and how the pandemic, they flourished.
Yeah, they blew up.
Absolutely.
Numbers went up. I think from a like restaurant standpoint, when it comes to like commercial, corporate companies, Chick-fil-A and all that, they revamped,
Leveled up.
They leveled up. They drive-through was immaculate.
Yeah.
They continue to grow, but like as far as entertainment wise, yes, that did shut down. And then when things started to open up, then they started opening up gradually, because we didn't restart the bingo until September of 2020.
Oh, okay.
When they started kind of opening things up just a little bit, and then it went from, oh, things are slowing down, then boom, here comes another
Then it came back, right,
Yeah.
around the holiday time.
Right. So we were able, as far as like R&B bingo and Downtown Fridays, we were able to put things in place to keep those that did want to step out for a few safe. Things like industrial helper machines that suck the viruses, the bacteria out of the air.
The HEPA filters and stuff.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right. Money wise, a lot of people didn't have resources. Now, a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Because those that weren't affected by it, they, went to work from home. My wife being one of them, she continued to work from home. Boo, you work from home. So
well, I was able to maintain my driving job.
That's right.
The other job in retail, that closed down for a little while.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I was grateful to maintain my driving job. I didn't really have to interact with people. Plus, they had pulled all their people to work at home. So I was kind of just out here by myself, which was okay because I didn't experience what a lot of people experience with the lockdown, being stuck in the house.
Yeah.
I got to leave my house 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Right.
So that kept me sane, where a lot of other people was fucking losing it.
Yeah,
man.
sitting at the house.
Drinking went through the roof, the drugs went through the roof, marriages falling apart. Like that lockdown was hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I maintained I was good.
No. That's good. And I even did some driving as well. I went back to remember I used to be out distributing like the information and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I went back. I went back to that. So I did that for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 years straight. I would leave out a couple of days of the week. That's why I know like some of the places that you're in. I used to be all up and through there.
Yeah. And that's the thing, really, just like you said, Gene, because of the pandemic, a lot of businesses flourish. And that would be the trucking industry, couriers, things like that, because they needed more truckers. They still need truckers right now.
They still need them now.
Still need truck drivers
people
now.
Sitting home on Amazon, them packages, just like you said, Gene, their business went through the roof.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
And they ain't got enough people to move it.
Exactly. They don't. Nope. They don't. So you had to be really smart to make it through there. I know I read an article about the restaurant Cheesecake Factory, because they, a lot of restaurants, fell off because they lost.
A lot of restaurants did not make it.
Whoever was in management at Cheesecake Factory, they really stepped back for a minute because people couldn't come in the stores. So they really concentrated on their online sales and also that curbside.
Right.
And that kept the Cheesecake Factory afloat. And they're one of the restaurants that really came out of this, doing great.
Yeah.
They came out here doing great. Yeah.
That's true. Another thing that the pandemic did for me specifically, man, I was able to save a lot of money.
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because there wasn't a whole lot going on.
Hey, I was only leaving my house those 3 days. I would, do a little grocery shopping for my house, my parents. I started ordering groceries online too. But other than groceries, I'm telling you, I'm probably the only person that made 3 purchases through like 2020. That is it. So I wasn't going anywhere, so I couldn't spend money.
Yeah.
I saw it building in my account, so I would look at stuff online and be like, bitch, you really need that? No, you don't. I wanted the money to stay there. You know what I'm saying? So it was an opportunity for me to get ahead, and I was grateful for that because a lot of people didn't even have an income.
Yeah, you're right.
So I was very grateful for that. The kids being at home, Jenny, how did that go for you?
Well,
for school?
with school wise, so my my bonus baby, who's my baby girl from my wife, she was getting ready to graduate high school. Like they actually were the COVID graduation.
Dang,
because she graduated.
that's hard.
So they shut her year down. Like when they come, just
in
imagine.
March.
Right. They don't even come back from spring break. Like they're done. They're home.
Yep.
Spring break, COVID hit, boom, they ain't going back to school.
Yeah.
So they shut down grad bash for her, prom for her. They shut down all of that.
She did the virtual graduation?
Well, no, what they ended up doing was, so go through the summer, like went through the summer, and then they had the actual ceremony like leading into that next year on the campus.
So she wasn't robbed of graduation. That's good. That's good.
It was outside. It was hot as hell. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
But it was outside on the football field.
Gotcha. Okay.
Everybody spaced out and that. But now, my baby girl Elle, she took to the virtual side of it. And because of how she learns, like she's a kinetic learner. That didn't go well for her.
Yeah.
Because Elle was eating freeze pops on there. The teacher's like, hey, every time it's time to get on the computer, she has a different color freeze pop. And I'm like, okay, so
she was wilding.
Yeah, but I'm like, listen, so what? It's hot.
She was just enjoying the learning. Shoot, yeah.
No different than eating at her desk. She was just eating at her desk.
Listen, I'm telling her, you just can't see me. I'm sitting right next to her eating a freeze pop. and mine is a different color too. And mine is a different color too. Just teach.
Just teach.
Right. Yeah, but it was.
Excuse me, Elle, is that a Czech soda you sipping on? Why, yes, it is. It's cream.
Yes, it is.
It's cream.
Actually a peach Czech soda. Okay.
Boy,
man, I had to remember when my kids were online with the teacher and stuff like that when I was home to not be yelling crazy shit in my
in the
house.
background. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
I kept every time I passed them. Is your camera on? Can they hear me? I was panicking because I just say whatever, and Lord, I did not want to end up viral because of some shit I said in the background.
Well, I'm glad.
We saw enough of those.
You talking about how the lady walked in front of her son's camera and she had on no clothes? She was like, what is that?
The whole class, I'm like, this biology. They teach biology today. Woo.
Yes, Gene, that is exactly what I am.
Look at them
about.
tickle bitties in the air.
Oh, we got sex ed early today. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Look, because you would have been made a meme of, Bug.
Oh, yeah. I know it. Oh, that would not have been fun at all. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's the pandemic, like you said, still not done and over with yet. It's getting better. We just have to take precautions. It's precautions that we should have been doing. Fucking washing your hands thoroughly.
Yeah, I definitely wash mine more now.
Post a sign.
Yeah.
I'm definitely conscious more.
The thing of it is we are now in a society where space is the priority.
Yeah.
Where we're close, dapping, hugging and all that. And you still have that. But now when I'm out and about and I'm in the stores, like,
Gene, I totally get you. And let me tell you exactly when it hit me, because of course the pandemic, we did the social distancing, things like that. Gene came down here to Tampa and we went to see New Edition. Dude, it didn't hit me until we were at the show. Remember when they turned up the lights and you saw everybody in there?
Right.
Like, I was like, it's a
there.
lot of us off up in here, because we hadn't been that way in, nobody had been to a football game and stuff like that in like 2 years.
Right.
So I was like, darn, there's a lot of us off in here. And then, it might have been 2 or 3 people, if you looked around, had masks. People weren't wearing masks again then. So I was like, that's the first time it really hit me, like, damn, are we kind of back to normal or is this a super spreader and all us about to get sick again?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, please, no.
A super spreader, because when you do, and that's the thing, like that be in the back of your mind, like when I'm entertaining during the week, that's always in the forefront of my mind. Like, you know, you be kind of like, oh, okay, what's up? You keep sanitize. It's like you keep going. Like I'm obsessed with it. I got sanitizer all over the place.
Yeah, I always keep some in my bag and stuff, and in the car too. Hand sanitizer. Yep. Look, whoever invented hand sanitizer, you're gonna be rich for the rest of your life now for all of that.
I'm telling you, that's right. Look at that.
Hand sanitizer.
Gotta have it.
Yes,
man.
absolutely.
And shoot, with the monkeypox and all that, you better keep washing your hands and all, because
listen, I'm late on the monkeypox.
Dog, I'm kind of late on it too. I just look into the Today Show every morning. And they was like, "Well, we got monkeypox." I'm like, "What the hell is a monkeypox?" I'm not going to nobody's zoo. About it. Yeah,
because I can't. I'm still not over the pandemic.
Yeah,
and then we want to add something else to it. No, thank you. No, thank you. But I gotta say this. Remember when we was all adamantly wearing masks and stuff like that? You couldn't even find nobody with a cold.
Yeah.
No sniffles. No nothing. As soon as we take them. Even if you're in these larger areas, or I think me and Chill had talked about it, if you're in the airport or on a plane, hey, man, I'm still wearing a mask.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
These places with a lot of people,
and
it's a small environment. Nah, bro, I don't even want your cold. I do not want any of that. No.
And that has even made us more conscious health-wise, because we were so casual.
Yeah.
We didn't have to think about.
Yeah.
We didn't have to think about.
But
we weren't thinking about people's particles.
I know it, but it's still very scary now, because last week, I'm gonna tell y'all, like I think last Tuesday, you know, I start feeling kind of bad. I start coughing, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I took the COVID test, and it said negative. So I'm like, okay, this is just the flu. So of course, you know, I took me some Robitussin, and then, you know, in the next 2 days, I was fine. But I mean, you know, when that 48 hours, I was like, oh Lord, like what is this?
Lord, right? Because you don't know.
But it was just a flu.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a flu.
It went around my house. I had 2 days that I wasn't feeling good. Then my son had 2 days that he wasn't feeling good. It's probably just the flu, a cold, regular stuff, but we're panicking.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, what is going on?
Yeah.
We don't need anything else.
Nothing else. Nothing at all.
And the thing about it is, because if you get COVID and then you start feeling better, you could be negative on some of them tests for months.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to travel and it's involving you getting on a plane or going somewhere, and you got to take a COVID test and all of that, like it slows your plans up. Like it's a
big. Yep. They said Dr. Fauci got COVID now.
Yeah. Look here, Dr. Fauci, I whatever he said, that's what I was doing. And a lot of people don't understand, like Fauci's been deep in the health community and stuff. A lot of people don't realize that when Magic Johnson, you know, when he came out with the AIDS thing, like Fauci was one of the doctors he consulted with. So so Fauci,
I knew he wasn't new to the game.
No, Fauci is not new to the game at all. Not at all. But you know, the former president was playing him like a sucker.
Right.
And Fauci was like, okay, all right then. All right. Yeah, exactly.
Look how long it took Dr. Fauci to get COVID.
Yeah.
You know who? He had it within a couple of months.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's right. Because Fauci kept his, I'm surprised he got it now. Sure, he kept his face except when he was talking.
On, right?
Yep, exactly. Well, you know what? I am glad everybody's tuning in. Once again, we really appreciate your time, because you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're tuned in to the family right now.
But you're here with us.
That's right. You're here with us. Don't forget to follow us. Follow everybody on Instagram. Of course, Gene.com that's his Instagram. GENEDOTCOM.
Same one.
That's right. Gene.com on Instagram. It's The Family Radio on Instagram. Just spell the whole thing out. And of course, past episodes, we have them online under Mixcloud. Just go to the bio link in The Family Radio's Instagram. You can get to anything like that. And of course, when we was getting ready to record this show, I went back. We got a lot of episodes that I thought were still out there online, but they're not. So I need to upload them. So make sure you follow us at Instagram, because I'm probably gonna put all of them on Mixcloud, because it's a free free for them to listen to them and all. I'm going to try to put them on Apple. I can, but what I think it's going to do, it's going to, even though they're old podcasts, it's going to make it seem like they're new podcasts. I don't think it's going to keep them in the right order.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I might have to just, all of our old shows, just put like Best of Family or something like that. Because we got a lot of episodes where Gene is giving us some relationship advice. And a lot of that advice still stands true right now. But look, let's talk about this right here, because Boog sent me the new Tory Lanez song. Tory Lanez is the dude that shot Megan Thee Stallion, right? Because I try not to keep up with these
Allegedly.
Look, she talked to Gayle King and he said, "Dance, bitch, dance," as I shoot you in your ankles. So
hey, but her story got a little shady here recently, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know.
When it first came out that, since we have this cancel culture, I thought for sure they was going to cancel Tory Lanez, but
he's still putting out music.
He bounced back. He was hustling through the pandemic and all of that. Like, he's doing his thing. He's still putting out music, and now her story is getting real shaky.
But they still got to go to court for all of this too. So we'll figure out when the court proceedings start. But Tory Lanez does have music out, just like Boog said. So he has a song out now called "It Doesn't Matter," where he's basically talking about it. It don't matter, girl. It don't matter how many penises you've had, girl. I love you. I love you, girl. I love all that. Don't matter. But I mean, in the real sense of things, does it really matter? Does it matter, Boog? The dude you talking to, if he done slept with all of Fletcher High School when you was in high school, and he's
Yeah.
See, I think the difference is it matters definitely to most men, and you guys will, expound on that. Women, I've never asked a dude, how many people have you slept with? What?
You never wondered?
Crazy.
You never wondered?
See, I don't ask questions I don't want the answers to. Okay?
All right, Lori Harvey. All right.
But have you ever wondered in your mind?
Yes, that is true. You do wonder in your mind. Because, if you're in a relationship with someone or you're getting to know them, they say different things or they tell different stories. You start thinking, okay. You start picking up on different women, and you're like, okay, well, nigga, how many did you have? Like, damn.
Right. Right. Well, listen, I think for a man, the amount of women that a man has had, like, society has kind of made that like champion, like, because a man can have a bunch of women.
Yeah, you're supposed to have all these conquests. Okay.
Yeah, on the flip corner, that it's different.
I can't be out here fucking all willy nilly.
Nah, and if you
why not? Lori Harvey does it. Why not?
Yeah, and guess what? She being passed around like a cold because of it. She being passed.
Okay.
She being
Stop
spread.
right there, Gene. Hold on. Hold that thought. Because that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, that this girl, she's been on the scene. You don't see her out with this guy, that guy, the next guy. Are you willing to commit to her, be in a relationship with her still? That's what it sounded like Tory Lanez was saying. He said, nigga, that's my thought, which we all know means that hoe over there.
That whore.
So now she must be his hoe over here, I suppose. Is he okay knowing that he's with a hoe?
Yeah.
Would you be okay knowing that you with a hoe, Gene?
No. I wouldn't. But see, everybody don't have that Kanye endurance. Everybody doesn't have that. Everybody doesn't have,
everybody
doesn't have that
endurance.
I still call it the Kanye quality. Looking, Chill and I come up in the Baptist church. There used to be a song called "Looking Beyond Your Faults and Seeing the Needs." See, everybody can't be like that. Everybody can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they ain't built for it, Gene.
Listen, I'm one of them people. I don't want to be the guy in the room that when I walk in the room, the other guys are leaning in talking about, man, God, I miss her. Man, you remember how I used to? You know what I'm saying? Remember on Soul Food when your man was like cola?
Yeah, she's shaped like a cola bottle. Yeah.
Talking about, me and old Cola, we go way back. I don't want nobody leaning in talking about, yeah, me and old Cola. We go way back. Like, who was Cola? I'm like, that's the little nickname I had for her. I used to say her body used to be shaped like a Coke, like a Coke bottle. I don't want to be that.
I heard some dudes talking, and one mentioned, hey, I ran into your ex, not too long ago, and just at the mere mention of her name, that nigga said, "Ooh, she has some good pussy." Nigga thought I would die. I see what you're saying, Gene. You do not want to be in a room, and it's a nigga across the way that's in the corner saying, "Ooh."
Talking about, you talking about Woody Woodpecker? Because she could take that wood. You know what I mean? That wood.
Yeah. You talking about Woody.
Okay, but let me say this. Sometimes women, as young women, we have to find ourselves. We have to kiss a few frogs before we find our prince.
Or a few penises.
That too.
What? I'm just saying, you brought it up, Boog. You're right. You got to find the right one. Go ahead.
You got to find the right one.
Yeah.
Do you ask that question? Is it appropriate to ask? He can't even breathe.
I'm dead over here.
But I think you need to realize, you ask that question, are you going to be able to handle that answer? Now, if you don't feel like you can handle that answer, you might not even need to ask that question, because all the whatever she did before, it led her to where she is right now with you. So, don't worry about it. But if that's gonna bother you, then don't ask that question, because you can't take it back. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube once it done squirted out. So once she done told you, don't be upset.
Yeah, you can't judge at that point if you ask.
Yeah, cannot
if you ask. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. Even though, like, I'm gonna just speak on the city itself. Like, Jacksonville is very small.
Yes,
it's not that big. So if you throw a name out there and you start cohabitating with her, eventually, either you knew something about her, or eventually something's gonna come across your desk. If that, like, you've been around enough to know, unless she's young. If she's young, you've seen that she's not in your generation of hanging out, so you probably don't have a whole lot of information on her. Now, that there is advantages to going young, is disadvantages to going young. Go young, mind-wise, they may not be ready for the whole settle down situation. They want to live they life.
They want to be a hot girl.
They best life. Or no, city girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. They want to be a city girl. That's right. I want to be a city girl.
Right.
They trying to put city girls on the map.
And what at that point, she's probably getting ready to add to the body count, and ain't nothing you can do to stop that player. But the advantages is, though, if you have one that is mature and is looking for some stability, then her body count ain't going to be high. She's going to trust you to lead. You may, get you one out of that. I just feel one. The more you know about them, the better that you are. That's just my opinion, and at least you can address it. Versus, because I don't want no surprises. Like I said, I don't want to be the guy that bought the ex bought up. He was like, "Oh, Jesus." Do you understand that man fell? He fell back into a time in his mind. All he was thinking about was how he was getting it.
Yeah.
That immediately, he went to the act in his mind.
Wow. Okay, so look.
He act like he read the novel, like he is calling it out. That is exactly what I was thinking. When I heard that, I was like, oh, yeah, he went right back to that.
He went right back to
that.
Yeah.
The last time he got it, they could have been in the car. He went back
to that moment in time. Whitney said it best, didn't she? One moment in time. One moment in time.
That moment in time.
Look, all I'm gonna say is and I'm gonna just be real about this.
Okay.
Honestly, 98% of the time, and this is just me talking. If the young lady is from Jacksonville, I'm like, let's move on. And I know that's bad.
See?
I know that's bad, but I'm just giving you real from me right now.
Because in Chill's mind, girl, you already been ran.
I didn't say all that, but I'm 98% of the time I don't.
You say if she from Jacksonville,
because at our age now, Gene, you're right. Just like you said, at our age, it's.
But now, Chill, there's still at our age, there's still some good. Maybe only been married once.
Yeah.
A divorcee now.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are grown. You know what I mean? The kids are about grown.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see, Boog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Boog is raising her hand and stuff.
Boog is
almost empty nester and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So, I don't know what she gonna do. I mean, Boog might be that she might be for the streets in a couple more years.
I can hear the streets calling.
Yeah, Boog might be in the streets in a couple more years.
But I don't know. And I understand that the situation is totally different from men and from women. Boog, just looking at society, I mean, you got your pick of the litter from men and women. I see the brat. Yeah. I see the brat on TV. She happy.
Listen, Nisha Nash looked like she fucking happy too.
I thought Nisha Nash. I was looking at her, but then I was like, okay, so I didn't know she went that way, but okay.
Yeah. Boog, listen, I wouldn't even be mad if you did go that way because you gave a lot of dudes a chance. You gave a chance. I can't be mad. You got kids. Kids. I'd be like, hey, shoot.
I was married, divorced. I tried.
You tried.
Right.
You did the wheel down in Boog. I tried. You tried, didn't you?
Lord, don't he also got A Million Ways? Isn't that him too?
I think so.
Yeah, A Million Ways.
I tried A Million Ways.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just may not be working for me. I might need to try something different. I don't know.
Go something different, Boog. Like I ain't going to be mad at you. This I told my wife if it don't work with us, I'm going to get me a Puerto Rican. I'm going back to my roots.
Oh shoot, he going to get J-Lo. He going to get J-Lo there.
I got black kids. Listen, I got black kids. I gave y'all a shot. I gave all I had. I gave y'all a shot. I got black kids. I gave you a shot.
Woo!
Got my mic off. I don't even know what to say anymore. Gene said, I got black kids.
I got black kids.
See, Boog. See, Gene. That's why your wife was looking at you with a side eye when y'all was down in Puerto Rico. That's why she was looking at you with the side eye.
She was like, "Oh, this nigga is down here scouting talent."
No, she know. Them Ricans.
That's your weakness.
Feel like a Puerto Rican, huh? Puerto Rican. He said, "Look at her hair. She a Puerto Rican."
I was just about to say, that's my mama. You look like a Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Like, Ma, like, what? Why you gotta say it like that?
Looking like Jenny from the block, huh? Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, Gene, have you specifically asked a woman that you were interested in how many people she's been with prior to you?
Nah, I just kind of knew. I just kind of knew.
You had like she was seasoned, but she, wasn't run over.
No, she was ran through.
Oh.
No,
so you knew.
No, you listen. I'm gonna tell you something. When they be ran through, you know what your purpose is at that point. It's just a stolen moment at that point. This is not about no. It can't. It will not be Jared's. It will not be Jared. It's not. It's not. When you ran through, it's not Jared's. Okay. No, it's not.
Gosh.
It's the back seat of my Jeep. Let's swing her up or something.
Oh my gosh.
I said.
Gene said the back seat of a Jeep.
And my thing is too, right? Because I know everybody can change, right? But don't be the thought out here. Don't be the thought out here, and then all of a sudden when I show up, now you got baptized.
You trying to be a life coach. You trying to be the life coach and everything, right, and all. Yeah.
Hey, cut it out.
Yeah.
Cut it out. All right, because there's a whole list of them that took you to get a fish sandwich. They got it. I'm just saying, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Okay, so here, Gene, let me stay with this because in me bringing this to Chill's attention, I feel like, some men don't have the right to ask a woman how many partners she's had, because we definitely don't want to know how many you had. If you've been out here, and I'm going to use Chill's word, smutting these hoes out, don't look for your woman to be pristine. You smutted out someone else's daughter. You just don't know.
Right. You're right.
So, be mindful of these things when, young men, when we out here getting all we can. Sometimes just because you can hit doesn't mean you should hit.
That's true. That is true. That is true. You have to be responsible. And I think,
Take some
because
accountability.
No. I'm gonna tell you what makes you have that accountability when you have a daughter of your own.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hit the bell.
Then you start there. Where the bell at? You ain't got the bell in the car?
Who got the bell? I do not have the bell in the car.
Oh man, did you hit the
ain't got the
bell? We
bell
gotta
in the
get
car.
the bell.
The bell is in my kitchen though. Gene, I got a bell. We got the bell.
Yeah, it does make you a little bit more responsible, once you have a daughter.
Us three, we're all parents to daughters. So you're right, Gene. You see, your lens is a little bit different then.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
It is. It makes
a little bit different.
It makes you a lot responsible. That was like coupled with the reason why I got married. Man, I couldn't be out here in these streets, man. I got a daughter.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Gotta give it up to you because guess what? A young lady's first relationship is with her father.
Yeah.
And don't misconstrue it, but it is how her father treats her will determine the type of man that she will select moving forward. So if she saw you running through women or whatever, then she feels like, okay, this is what you do. You're temporarily with this guy and then this guy and then this guy.
Yeah.
That's not what you wanted to show her. So yeah, definitely hats off to Eugene for that. I wanted to shout out the intern Avery.
Yes.
Yeah, what is old intern Avery up to?
Daughter.
What?
Intern Avery has a daughter. She's now 2.5.
Wow.
And
wow.
Woo, Gene, I ain't even going. We not, we family, so we're gonna keep it a buck. Last time I really talked to you on the phone was shortly after the passing of your son, and we'll come back to that as well. And you was like, Boog, what's going on? I said, man, I'm trying to keep my son alive. So I felt you in that moment. So here we are 2.5 years later, and he has the most precious little girl, and she loves him to death. No one is more important than him. She'll run past me, my daughter, everybody. Daddy!
Daddy! Yeah.
That is her dude. And he knows that you're the first role model. You've got to do the right thing. You can't have other women. You got to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Listen, whether a son or a daughter, that child, you as a father, you are that child's first superhero.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like tangible superhero. You are that child's that. Like, my daughter knows that she could be anywhere on the planet. I'm calling my daddy. Like, if she has to go to the doctor and she's getting shots or they got to take some blood because she freaks out, she tells her mom, hey, call my dad. I want my daddy to take me. Because she knows at the end of the day, he ain't going to let nothing happen. And nothing against, not saying Mama Bear is not going to do it.
Yeah.
But it's something about the presence of a father.
Yeah.
That sternness.
Let me tell you what you're teaching her, Gene. You're teaching her to trust.
Yeah.
Yes.
To allow you, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm trusting my dad. And the one thing you can't let her down.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. That's what makes a good girl bad is when it goes wrong and she feels destroyed because someone broke that trust. Whether daddy walked out on the family or you find out he cheated on mama or whatever.
Right.
Oh, that's devastating. So, men, your daughters are watching. You have to pay attention. If you don't want your daughter to be the next thot, there's some shit you need to be doing at home.
And that great Negro poet Jay-Z said, once a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever.
Gone forever.
Gone forever. That's right. She's gone forever.
Gone forever.
I'm saying she's gone forever.
And the way it sounds, Gene knows some that they
They gone forever.
They gone forever. Once they make that left turn on Albuquerque, it's a wrap.
It's gone. And then you gotta make that song cry. Once that song start crying, ain't nothing you could do.
Yeah, that's it.
Ain't nothing you can do.
Listen, they not gonna ever love you the same. It's not gonna be like that. It's only gonna be remember when. But her heart gonna be chasing that high. And listen, sometimes chase when they be chasing that love high, when women get in their emotions and they chasing that love high, that's when the body count go up. 'Cause they looking for love in all the wrong
places. You know what? Gene, I'ma say it. I missed you, my nigga. I missed you.
Yeah.
Gene coming through with the sound advice.
That's right.
I'm telling you, I'm still here.
That's right. You don't look. That's why the Whispers made that song. You don't want to be lost and turned out.
No,
you don't. You don't want to be lost and turned out.
Hey,
no.
Y'all niggas used to make me feel like I was lost and turned out.
You came a long way. You came a long way. You look settled. You know what I'm saying?
You know, hey, Gene, because she a grandmama now. That's why.
That's right.
Hey, man. Woo.
That's right. That's it. You're a whole glam mom.
Yes. But hey, man, that's true. She be wearing me out. This is why God makes it that women can't have children after a certain age, okay? Because I'm tired.
Yeah. They could be something else. Having grands, like, they definitely keep you young because they're so energetic.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't, you know, this is my last trip. Like, I ain't having no more. Ain't no more coming out into the world on my behalf. That's it.
Gene had to pause and think about
he
that.
Said no
He's
more.
Like, ain't no more.
No. I know I'm tired.
Hey, you know, but before we're not gonna end it just yet. But before we do, you know, let's just step back for a minute. Like I said, we started, you know, recording podcasts with each other in 2013, and so since that time, you know, we've all dealt with a lot of different things going on there. You know, we've had some losses between all of us. We mentioned your son Gene. You know, since then my dad passed, so it's some kind of grief that we've gone through there. Gene, just because I know me and you, we really haven't talked about this. But I mean, just dog, even when I heard what went down, like that thing bothered me, man. That thing bothered me, and I know, you know, losing a child is always like you probably can't even some parents can't even fathom that if they haven't felt that.
I can't.
Yeah.
Right. Because
you can't
I don't know
you can't mentally
feels. I can only imagine.
You can imagine, but you can't even mentally wrap your mind around that. But you know, just you know, Gene, and a lot of times it was seeing you from afar. I know you kept it moving, and I know a lot of times you probably had to do that to keep your sanity. You got to keep them. Yeah,
it's because on several occasions, even now, like even right now, first of all, I want to thank y'all for, you know, reaching out. Like Boog reached out, Chill, you reached out. I want to thank you for that. That doesn't go. I don't take that for granted. So thank y'all for acknowledging at that time, because you're actually having an out of body experience, and even right now I still have it. Yeah. At times, like, you know, I keep his grave cleaned, and it's unimaginable that I hadn't heard his voice in almost 4 years. Yeah. Like I could still hear him, because we had the day of his mom and myself were on a text thread, and he was sending, because he was at the time Dez was residing at my grandmother's house, who also, since the last time we talked, we were on here, she passed as well. She passed 6 months after Dez. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something, Dean. My condolences. I remember eating fried fish at your grandma's house, standing in front.
Listen, man.
With a peach check soda.
Check soda. That's right. Yeah.
Listen, if she was living right now, she'd cook up that fish right now and give you a soda right now. I'm telling you. That was just who she was. But like, when you lose a child, it is surreal, and it is surreal all the time. Like the grief don't stop. You know, it could be a song, it could be a moment, it could be just the fact that he ain't here. I can't pick up the phone and call him.
Yeah,
Right.
Anything can trigger that. Also, like, what's trigger points for me? Like, I fell off watching the news because all you see is gun violence.
Yeah.
Those are triggers.
Yeah, man.
Because when you think about what is still happening, it takes you back to what has happened to you. Like, it don't never get it. So my approach on funerals is different.
Yeah.
Not hanging out at funerals. And, you know, if I absolutely gotta go, I'm gonna go. But I don't view bodies, because when I view your body, that's the last image that I have in my mind. I didn't view theirs.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't wrap my, you know what I mean? I didn't view my grandmother. I couldn't wrap my head around. And it's a lot. You know, it's a lot. What you said, Chill, was correct. I had to keep going because if I just sat in the house, man, I was gonna kill somebody. I'm telling you, that's just the when it happens, like the way that happened. Like, grief is grief, whether they're sick, or what have you. You know, you lose. But when somebody punched the clock on your kid and decide, you know, I want you out of here, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And you know, it wasn't like Des wasn't in the street. He worked 2 jobs. He's got I got twin grandbabies. He was a father. He was only emulating what he saw.
Right.
As a man.
As a young man. Right.
As a young man, he was working and getting for his, and you know, this unfortunate incident happened that took his life. And you couldn't have told me in 2013 I'd be sitting here having this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't have told me that. Like, at all.
Even when I heard, I had a lot of people that text me and was like, is this, you know, Gene.com? You know, it was hard to process. I know me and Chill definitely was like, nigga, did you hear what?
Yeah,
you know?
I was just like, nah. I was like, that ain't. Yeah, I was like, because once again, like Gene said, that's not Dez. Like, yeah, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that's he.
Right.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I didn't believe it.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, like, Dez had been around since he was a little boy. Like,
Yep.
I brought him in the mix when I first got to the station.
Yep.
Dez was already, you know, he was a little boy.
Yep.
He was he's definitely missed. And the thing that's like sad is because when I look at my grandkids, they're not gonna have that experience that he did. Like, so we become this village, and even though they're getting all of the love that we can absolutely give them, nothing takes the place.
Exactly.
When these kids come over to the house, when they come over to my house, like, because I have a granddaughter, and because they're fraternal twins, so I have a granddaughter and a grandson. My granddaughter will run to the gate where it faces the park, and she'll just cry.
Oh.
She'll just cry. Like, I walked my dad. They were 3 years old.
Yeah.
That's how impactful he was. The memories that he left in that little bit of time.
Yeah.
Like, I miss my dad. You know, they'll come over here and they just, you know, they could see images of him.
Yeah.
Right.
And they just, you know, so that's life, as I know it now. And you pick up the pieces the best way you know how. You know, you spend time with those that matter.
Yeah.
You realize that time is not granted. It's something that is a gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
More than money, more than, you know, just as important as health is time.
Yeah.
And when you put things in perspective a lot when you lose a child. You know who your people are. And I started really diving into my purpose. And my purpose that I identified was, hey man, plant seeds, encourage others, help them get to the next level of what they're trying to obtain, and you keep it moving.
Yeah. You know, grief is a different thing that affects everybody different ways. And since my dad passed away, like a lot of people, I tell them, I'm like, look, it's not it's not something you get over. That hole is never gonna be. That hole is always gonna be there. Your life now is you just have to deal with that and move on. But you're still gonna have that hole. That hole is still gonna be there.
That's correct.
It's still gonna be there.
That's correct.
Yeah, still gonna be
It
there.
will.
Yeah, man. But yeah, dude. You know, we never gonna forget Daz, man. Never.
Yeah, man.
You know what? Truth be told, all of our kids, our boys, grew up around the station.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
When I started at the station, Avery was 2.5, maybe intern.
I remember. Listen, I'll never get the story, Bug, you told about Avery. He was, y'all were getting in the pool, and you must have pushed him in. And when he got out, he said, "You idiot!" And he said, "You know what? I snatched him right out of the pool." And
I pulled him out by his life vest. Pulled him right out and was like, "You're done." I'm not sure who you thought you was talking to. See, that, you know, sometimes our kids hang around other children who are able to talk to their parents in that way.
Kind of
we
way.
all know who I'm talking about. Well, that does not fly over here, okay? This is the Hazel Hood household, okay? And you will get your ass bust.
Yeah. I'll never forget that.
Oh my gosh! Look, man. Look, we got stories for days. Look, that's how this podcast even birthed itself.
Came about.
Yeah, just stories. We just talk about stories. We just talk.
And I look at the podcast.
To refresh everybody's mind. You know, we all was at the station. I just filled in for 1 week, but that 1 week on the morning show showed us what great chemistry the three of us have.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Great. What were you gonna say, Gene?
No, I was getting ready to say that we were such ahead of the game in 2013 with the podcast.
Hit the bell. Hit the fucking bell.
Yeah.
Listen, you look at the podcast game now. Man, we were way ahead of the curve. You're talking about 2013.
Yeah.
Like we were trying this out.
Yeah. And I did, like I said, I didn't even realize how many episodes we had, because we went strong every week for what, like 2 years?
Yep.
Like every week.
Well over 50.
Over 50. No, dude, if I go back to in my hard drive, I think we have, believe it or not, Bug, I think we started counting over again. Because I know we have over, because I mean, the last episode me and you did, Bug, it's actually episode 122, but that's not 122. I think we need to tack on another 100 to that one, because I think we started over counting.
Right.
I think we did. We had so many. Chill, tell the truth.
Yeah.
You was looking, Gene, you gotta help us figure out what episode that Gene, what did he say, Chill?
Oh, the one we was talking about the preacher. You know, we was talking about old Gilliard. Old Daryl Gilliard.
Yeah, his name just came up again too, because he's on the list of pedophile preachers, like in that Southern Baptist ring.
Yeah, well, he's never gonna be off that. Yeah, you once you own. And once again, he's done it in Texas. He's done it in Florida. Yeah, you on there. Hey, my nigga, you an all-star on there.
Yeah, I think his name like number one.
But I gotta find that episode because Gene,
you go ahead, Phil.
Gene say that Negro with his young pussy touching ass. I said, oh my God. I was like, can we air this?
So much vitriol behind that.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Gene.
You look at it differently when you have a girl,
you
man.
Right.
Like,
look.
Bingo.
Look at it differently.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't even like researched in, because once again, I think when we recorded the episode, it was just amazing to me. Dude, you've been to jail for this, but you're gonna get out and still preach, and people still gonna come to see you. But they can't bring their kids, because their kids can't be in the same building as you.
Kids.
Yeah.
Remember, they couldn't have no Sunday school.
Yeah, you can't do that.
The church let that happen.
Craziness.
No Sunday school because of his what? Gene?
Craziness.
Young pussy touching ass.
Look here.
Make it make sense.
Look.
Jesus, make it make
all
sense.
I'm saying is, look, people, do not be fooled, because we need to look at Florida in a whole new light. Cause that governor crazy as I don't know what.
Oh, man.
You know the city council in Jacksonville just kind of voted to keep up all of the Confederate stuff. Like, no, we're not gonna take it down. Yeah, even though they have made some progress, because of course remember they changed the name of NB Forest. They changed the name of certain schools, and I didn't even know. Right. So we grew up with a school named after the Grand Wizard of the KKK. Like y'all thought that was good. Y'all thought it was fine. Yeah, that's okay with y'all.
Of course.
Yeah, that's how we got here. People thought that was
that's
okay.
Fine. Y'all think that's fine.
And that we weren't going to say anything about it. Yeah. Well, we tied now.
But it's been a little bit of progress. But once again, y'all need to watch DeSantis, man, because he's old slippery little something there, boy.
Hey, man, he make a new law every week.
Yeah.
And you like, I didn't even know we needed a law for that.
Yeah.
It don't matter. He just put one out there.
Yeah.
But listen, see, we was this close of having Andrew Gillum.
And I don't know what would it look.
Don't do it, Gene. Don't do it, Gene.
I mean, I'm still. You say I'm shaking my head on this, but like what would have happened? I don't. I'm trying to ride for Gillum because he FAMU. I'm trying to. So
I gotta do it. So Gene, what happened? What happened with your boy?
He was caught out there sideways, and that happens sometimes.
Sideways on the DL.
But I mean, part of me feel like this some Olivia. What Olivia Pope daddy was in B13 or whatever. Like I don't. Right. I can't say the man was set up. I don't know. I wasn't there, but it's just that's crazy. All I'm gonna say is that's crazy. The whole thing was crazy.
Listen. At the end of the day, why was he there?
You're right. Why was he there?
Why was he there? It wasn't listen. All right. So it's like this. I invite you to a party.
Gene. Go old school with it. I feel it. Coming. Go old school.
If I invite Chill to a party, but ain't nothing but dudes there. I invite him to a party and ain't nothing but dudes there. Male strippers coming in.
Boy George is DJing.
Hey, Chill gonna be looking around like,
nigga, what?
I don't know what type of time Gene on, but I'm gonna go on and slide, and hopefully he'll come back to the family and do the record, because we sure got to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm looking for all exits. Like,
right.
Really my vibe.
It's just disappointing. Like,
it was extremely. It was. All jokes aside, it was extremely disappointing. And I don't understand that with people that run for political office or these, visible positions.
Right.
Don't you know everything you do is under a microscope?
And don't you know somebody is gunning for you?
Somebody is always gunning for you. We all have camera phones now.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that everybody does. You think you wasn't going to get caught out there?
Yeah. Look, once again, like I say, people, y'all watch the state of Florida. Y'all, hey, watch Georgia too, because Stacey Abrams is running. And Georgia is trying to do everything to stop y'all from voting early. I think Georgia got a law like you can't give nobody no bottled water if they waiting in line to vote. Like dumb stuff, like stuff they are really trying to target, and y'all see who they're targeting. I like please don't let this go over your head. And I mean, I'm a sports fan. I love to see Herschel Walker running the ball. But Herschel Walker right now running for office? Nah, player.
Foolishness.
Player, no.
Foolishness. Absolute foolishness.
Like, wow. Listen, like, this is what we doing now? This is what we doing.
Listen, man. He's come a long way from Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was Herschel Walker,
but understand, Gene, understand. I've seen Herschel Walker in the airport before. People love him.
Yeah.
People was breaking their neck to get his autograph. And I mean, I get it. He is a sports, in Georgia, he can do no wrong. Just from what he did with the Georgia Bulldogs when he was in college, what he did in the NFL. Like he is a sports legend. But that don't translate into politics, people. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Oh my God.
And we have to stop allowing people to do this to us.
Yeah. It does
Right.
not
It's
translate.
ridiculous.
But no, I was like I said, when I saw him at the airport, like the way them people was losing their mind, I'm like, are y'all serious? For Herschel Walker, like what? Yeah, but they.
And I heard he got a kid that he don't even claim. Miss me with the bullshit. He can't tell me nothing.
Hey, listen. One thing about it, if you got a kid and you ain't claiming that kid, you done turned them single mamas off. Boy.
Yep.
Absolutely, you will never ever get our vote.
Nope. Ain't even trying to hear you. But Herschel, I don't know if his speech done slowed up or what, man. When he be talking, he'd be like, remember how they used to do skits of Muhammad Ali on the Living Color?
Yes.
And how Eddie Murphy, that's what Herschel Walker sound like.
Yeah.
For real. Like,
Yeah.
I admire your show. I admire your style. And since you paid so cheap, I won't be back for a while. Like, what? I just asked you about gun control. What you talking about?
What?
Oh, yeah. You talk, what do you think about
gun control. Oh, yeah. Well, I like juicy fruit.
control?
I like juicy fruit.
I think that if you hit them with the 1-2 checker, and that's what I think. I think if one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, 2000 party, it's out of time. My baby,
I cannot.
Oh my goodness.
One fish, two fish.
about?
Red fish, blue fish. I
Yeah.
agree with you, Gene.
Yeah, man. Look here. Look, people, do not be fooled. We can't be fooled by this, man. Just don't.
What are you talking about? That wasn't the question. What was the question?
Look.
No shame, but we already dealing with that with Biden, okay? We're not real sure. He out here shaking hands with people that's not even there.
Look here.
So we definitely don't need any more of that type of bullshit.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the one thing that I'm disappointed in this administration is now we all rallied. It was a smart chess move for Biden to get Kamala on board.
Yeah.
That was a smart move.
Yeah.
She's an AKA black women. Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
All that.
Right? We got it. It's done deal. But here's my problem. I needed that same energy when they signed the hate crime bill for the Asians. They ain't signed one for the blacks yet. But we ignore that.
Yeah.
But wait, that's part of our problem right now, and everybody needs to understand it. They are pushing for equality with other minority races. They're pushing for equality with the alphabet gang, LGBTQ. Why black people just can't? We can't get nothing.
Nah. We did all this, and it gets even deeper than that. We did all the which I'm down for the medical marijuana. Like, I'm down with it. People need it. It helps your anxiety.
Yeah.
It for those who cancer patients, it eases pain, and this it has its
benefits.
Benefits, definitely. But dog, black people missed out on the prohibition.
Yeah.
You couldn't give the black community a percentage of the medical marijuana to help cultivate our neighborhoods. Gentrification is everywhere, rampant. Like, come on, man.
I still think Florida has. If you look at states that do, like you look at Colorado, you look at California, go ahead and legalize it, put a tax on it, because that will help everybody. That tax money is going to help the whole state. But you're right, Gene. It's a lot, and it is some. It's some. I know former athletes that got dispensaries and stuff like that. But just from what I have researched, it's it's hard to get into that field and to own a dispensary and to own a grow house and things like that. And then once again, even if you don't look at the person's color, I know in Colorado a lot of businesses, they had issues because the banks don't want to take their money. Think about it. Like Wells Fargo don't want to take. You got a dispensary, Gene? We don't want to take. Because technically that's drug money.
Drug money?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. So it's a whole lot of different lenses you got to look at this thing through. But you're right, Gene. I still think us as a people, we should be riding that wave of that.
We should be
because
riding
it's a lot. It's a lot of us in jail because of that. Who shouldn't even be there? Yeah, who shouldn't even be there?
That's it.
Non-violent
reparations.
Yeah, a lot of non-violent crimes, and we got brothers and sisters in jail who shouldn't even be there.
Not right now.
Yeah,
because you didn't legalize.
Yeah, but it's like I said, y'all don't be make sure y'all see what the governor doing, because he's doing a lot of little stuff.
Always
a lot of little
him.
stuff. A lot. You please pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. I mean,
and that's why it's just important to get out and vote.
Yeah, please vote.
Get out and vote. I can't say that we wouldn't have. I don't know what we would have had. Maybe if Gillum had been the governor, he would have never took that trip. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
We just
for real though. For real, he would have had. He would have had a state trooper with him all the time then. So you're right. He might not even been at that hotel. You never know.
You never know.
You definitely never know.
Next, all I say is, hey, just have a no camera zone. That's all. Just have a no camera.
I agree with you. I don't have to take pictures of everything that I'm doing, because I'm actually trying to enjoy the moment, like especially with my granddaughter. Like, I don't really post anything with her. I don't really care to post it. I am enjoying her in that moment.
Right.
And I think about social media after she's gone. I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't. There should be phone-free zone.
It should be.
Don't be on your phone. Don't be texting, and don't video camera or anything like that.
But
enjoy the moment that we are in. I think, Gene, you mentioned it about family and learning to spend more time and do more things and appreciate. I thought that's what most of us got from the pandemic, the lockdown, when we weren't able to see our families for months at a time, or some even the past 2 years. Come on, let's get our shit together. Come on, folks.
Boog, I keep my camera though, because there's a lot of Karens out there. I got to make sure I have them on video.
See,
them Karens running rampant out there, boy.
Well, Chill, very, very respectfully, Chill lives in an environment where there are a bunch of Karens. Like, let's don't get it twisted. Chill is on the upper echelon of living, so he's around a bunch of Karens all the time.
Okay.
Man.
I'm just trying to be like you, Chill.
I'm just saying, man. I'm talking about his property value went up.
Look here, all I'm saying is, I'm just trying to live my best life. That's all.
You doing it, little Duval.
Live my best life and make this little podcast. That's all. Make a little podcast for the people out there.
Not make them little podcasts.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. Look, just like old times, man. Look. Are we gonna get together, do it again? Look here, man.
We got to.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
I had too much fun. I haven't laughed like this in a long time.
In a long time. No, you know what? Go ahead.
I think, definitely our chemistry has always been locked in, man. We need to continue the journey. That's my stand.
Of course. I feel the same way. Shout out to Waz, because Waz, we sent out a picture the other day that, we was on Zoom meeting and stuff like that. Waz was like, "Where the diversity, man? Where the diversity?" Yeah. I said, you out of control, Waz.
Oh, wow.
He said, "Why you ain't got no white people in there, man? Why you ain't got no white people?"
Hey, that's my nigga though.
Waz, Waz been riding from day one.
From day one, man. Yeah. But you
gotta love the day one.
Look,
day one.
We definitely got to get back together and do something with everybody. Like, have something, invite everybody to. I don't know if it's gonna be a happy hour or something like that. We definitely got to get that back together, man. We got to.
Let's do that.
We got to. We just need to figure out. Just keep following all of us on Instagram. Once again, it's Gene.com, GENEDOTCOM on IG, and of course it's The Family Radio on IG. You want to have the information whenever we decide to do it or whatever. We'll put it out that way.
Yeah.
For y'all to get it. Definitely put it out that way.
It's gonna be epic.
It is going to be very epic.
Get back in close quarters too, man. So, Will, when you come to town,
definitely, we got to get back there.
I need to touch on y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, boom, just make sure you have on the tank top.
Have on your wife beater. Y'all don't understand.
Gene died, but he said it's the wife beater for me.
Y'all need to understand. That, the Caucasian women got their uniform, which is yoga pants. Boog has a baseball cap and a wife beater. That's what Boog.
That's it. That's part of my uniform for the job.
That is it.
I am with that. Gene, it's always a pleasure. We are family.
Man, always.
All right,
Love you, man. It's the family.
The Family Radio Podcast with T-Boogie, Gene.com, and Chill Will.